We'll do some deep belly breathing here. So get your feet about hips width apart or a little bit wider. Soften the knees. Tilt your pelvis back. Shoulder blades back and down. Stretch the crown of the head up. It's Mobility Monday. So we'll do some deep belly breathing to calm the body, calm the mind, and then we'll get moving. We'll scoop up here as we breathe in little by little. Turn the wrists out and breathe out as we reach out. Scoop up, breathing in. And then reach out, breathing out. Little by little, breathing in, all the way up, out, as you reach out. So it's like we're inflating the palms up with our breath and deflating to bring the palms down by breathing out. So again, the good news here, folks, is nobody's camera is being recorded. You're not on a visual recording, but if you do speak up, know that we're probably going to hear you, and that's okay. Reach out, breathing in. Lower down, breathing out. In, out, in, out, in again, and again. Couple more of these. Last one. Good. Let's take that same deep belly breathing here into some other movements. And the first thing we can do is from our base posture here with the knees a little bit bent, head up straight. We can draw the wrists up to shoulder height and just hang the elbows. Remember our old Tai Chi principle of only using what's necessary to move. We'll try to relax our way into some motion here. Take a deep breath in and imagine you're filling up the space that we're hugging. And then as you breathe out, slowly turn the palms away from you. Turn the thumbs down towards the floor. Breathe in, palms face you. Breathe out, turning the palms away. In, out. And we'll keep the same wrist rotation going here as we shift over to your left leg. Twisting to the left, we're going to slowly turn the palms away. Keep the head up and back up. We'll come back to the middle, breathing in. Let's do 3 more to the left. Shift over, turn and breathe out. Come back, breathing in, little by little. 2 more. Out. Time the breath with the movement. Coming back, breathing in. Last one. Let's go to your right now. And with each breath, try to imagine you're bringing in fresh energy and fresh air. As you breathe out, feel some of those stiffer parts of your body just start to soften and relax. Last one. Good. Okay. Let's do a few qigong movements. We know there are various systems of qigong. We know there are all kinds of methodologies behind it, but for our purposes, we're really focusing on, one, trying to move the body in multiple directions and through multiple joints. Two, we want to try and use Tai Chi principles of harmonizing our breath with our movement and trying to align things like hip and shoulder. The third thing we can do, if all that is easy, the third thing we can do is we can try to work on harmony of breath and motion. So let's give it a shot here. We've got the feet hips width, knees are a little bit soft. Let's bring the arms out to shoulder height and draw your shoulder blades back. So you're kind of pushing your chest out in front. This one we learned from our good friend Master Jia, and we learned on this one that we should exhale more quickly than we inhale. So we'll let the arms flop as we breathe out for a 1 or a 2 count. And then we're going to breathe in slowly, coming back up for a 3 or a 4 count. We'll do 24 of them. That was 1. Here we go. Second one. Third. Fourth. Nice and slowly. 5. Number 6. Keep the head up and back up. 7. Let the fingers loose, arms loose. 9. 10. 11. Still keeping the backs up straight. 12. 13. Inhaling all the way up. 14. Breathing out fast as you lower down. 15. 16. 17. On the way down, arms are like cooked noodles. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. And 24. Good. Nice deep breath. Lower down, breathing out. Good, good, good. Let's do another one where, again, the arms are hanging really loose, okay? And with this one, it's almost like we're using a light tap, like pressure, like you're patting yourself on the back. And one hand's going to kind of flop back, trying to touch the upper portion of your trapezius muscle. The other hand is going to tap the ribs. And we're going to do that not by driving it with the arms, but instead by turning the body like we do in our warm-up. So the arms are loosey-goosey. We'll start out loosey-goosey arms. And then same side of the body touches the shoulder, other side touches the wrist. We'll just do 24 of them. Each time, trying to point the elbow up.
Harder than it looks.
It sure is. It's hard to coordinate. It looks a little crazy, but we're all in this together.
How long is it?
Counting.
That was it. We'll do another one that's like that, where we turn one hand, claps the opposite shoulder, the other hand taps the low back. So we're going side to side. And you try to get it from turning your hips. So there's very little arm movement or arm control involved. It's more about letting the arms hang loose, letting the hips turn the body. Good. Nice deep breath here. And a lot of times people say, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, but people feel a lot of rigidity or stiffness from Parkinson disease in the forearms and the arms and the shoulder. A lot of times by just letting things hang loose and moving them around with large amplitude, big movements, it feels a little bit more limber and nimble after. Hopefully that's the case for you. And if not, don't worry, we'll do more. Let's make a fist with one hand and reach it overhead. With the other hand, grab the wrist. And if this feels like, gosh, this is hurting my shoulders, I don't feel comfortable with this, or this hurts my neck, you might just let the arms hang. We're going to do some side bending. If you're letting your arms hang, just try sliding. Keep your chest forward, keep your head forward, but try to slide palm down the seam of your pants, the limit of where you can go, and then come back up to the middle. Or if you're reaching overhead, same thing, but try to fight the urge to turn in. Try to keep those hands overhead. Let's take a deep breath in, and we're going to side bend, breathing out, and then we'll breathe in all the way up. Let's do 8 of them here. Second one, out, little by little, in. Accordion style breathing here. We're compressing and breathing out, expanding and breathing in, out, in. Keep going. You might say, well, which side should I be doing? Whatever one you're doing is great. We'll get the other side next. Don't worry. If you practice this one on your own too, hopefully you feel like over time you're able to go a little further and hold it with some control and then come up. Let the arms hang. We'll relax our way through this for just a moment. Let the blood flow return to your hand. And then we'll get the other side. Other hand makes a fist. Reach overhead, or again, if it hurts your shoulder, keep your arms down and instead slide down the side of your pants. We'll breathe out as we tilt away. We'll breathe in as we come back up. Out. In. Breathe out, tilting away. Breathe in. Out. In. Again, out. In. We'll do a few more. Really trying to let the breath determine the speed you use. Trying to take big, slow breaths for big, controlled movements. Just a couple more. How about one more for fun? Lower down. Reach out, breathing in, fresh air, fresh energy coming into the body. Lower down, breathing out. Good. So we got some side to side stuff. Let's do one more qigong movement that's not part of a formal set that we do, and then we'll do the 8 pieces brocade. And you all know, what is qigong? Well, qigong is a mindfulness form of movement where we're trying to time the breath, with movement, practiced in internal arts, the Chinese internal arts, and often taught alongside things like Tai Chi. And the goals for us are the same. If we were traditional Chinese medicine practitioners, we'd say, well, there's certain energy lines or there are certain meridians that we're trying to target to have different organs function in certain ways. But what we're trying to do more than anything is get big controlled motions and some deep breathing. Set your feet really wide on this one. What we're going to do with the legs is we're just going to sink down a bit into a nice wide squat, keeping your head up and back up. And we're going to stand up, pushing the hips forward, standing all the way up. The arms here are going to collapse down like we're holding something about the size of a bowling ball. And then they're going to expand outward, and we'll push the chest out, squeezing the shoulder blades back. So we'll breathe out as we converge the hands in towards each other, and in as we open up. Let's try 8 of them. Sink down, breathing out. Keep the head up, keep the back up. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out and sink. Breathe in and come back. Out. In. Out. In. One more on each. Good. Let's take a deep breath here, reaching out, lower down, breathing out. Okay. Grab a quick sip of water. And then we'll come back to the 8 pieces brocade, which we know is a famous qigong set from China. There are a lot of variations of it, but they're all large the same. And I've got some practice videos for it too on our YouTube channel. One video shows the first half, one video shows the second half. But here we're going to run through them. And if anything aches or is giving you trouble, hopefully you'll stop and let me know so we can modify it.
Where is this video going to be? Is it going to be on Tribe Wellness?
The practice video for this, yes, on our YouTube channel, the Tribe Wellness YouTube channel. I've usually got a link for that in my auto signature in our email, but also on the website, tribewellness.org. There's a YouTube icon that you can click on and it'll bring up our page. And then you'll see on our page there are some playlists of different types of videos. You can either look through all the videos or you can look at the playlist section, and there's like a intro Tai Chi playlist. There's a sample beginner classes playlist. There's a boxing basics playlist. We got a bunch of stuff on there.
Where is this going to be?
This one we'll determine. We got to edit it a little bit and see.
Okay.
But let's do the first of these 8 pieces. You're coming back here. Exercise number 1, we'll get in our base stance. Soften the knees. Tilt the pelvis back. Try to draw the pelvic floor up. Shoulders back and down. Stretch the crown of the head up. If you can, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. First exercise here, we got the palms up. We're going to do 8 of these. First, we're going to scoop up to shoulder height as we breathe in, nice and slowly and deeply. Then we'll flip the palms up, reach up overhead, and reach out, breathing out. Try to imagine we're gathering up fresh air, fresh energy, filling the body with it, refreshing the organs, getting rid of stiffness, tightness, whole body feeling awake, happy, healthy, and yet hopefully a little relaxed at the same time. Controlling it, big controlled motion. How about two more? Last one. We'll scoop up to shoulder height here, and then lower the palms down just below the belly button. That's number one. For number two, get your feet nice and wide, bend your knees. This one, it's like we're drawing an imaginary bow. Let's do 4 of them this way to your left, and then 4 of them to your right. We'll make the right hand the inside hand, the left hand the outside hand. Crossed wrists in front of the body. Right hand makes a fist. Left hand, let's point the palm towards the wall. And as we draw the bow, we're going to sit back, shifting the weight back, breathing out. We'll face the front, crossing wrists, breathing in. Again, second one to the left here. We'll make a fist with the right. We'll press the palm of the left, breathing out. Back to the middle, breathing in. Third one. Breathe out. Come back, breathing in. And fourth one. Out. And in. We'll go the other way now. So let's take the left hand and bring it into the middle and close to the body. Right hand out in front. Inside hand, the left hand makes a fist. Outside hand, right hand. We'll press the palm towards the wall and sit back as we breathe out. Come back to the middle, crossing wrists, breathing in. Point the palm to the wall, shift the weight, and breathe out as we sit back, back to the middle. Third one, breathing out, in. Fourth one, breathing out, in. Lower down, reach out, breathing in, lower down, breathing out. 8 pieces brocade, number 3. Those of you who've done a lot of Tai Chi, this one hopefully feels really familiar. Left hand to the belly button, palm up. Right hand below the chin, palm down. It's like we're holding a ball here between the palms. Let's soften the knees a bit. Keep the head up and back up. On this one, we're going to scoop up and breathe in, but what we're really going to work on is pressing straight up as you can, like you're pushing the ceiling up high, and straight down like you're holding the earth down. And with that one, each one, I want you to try and reach a little further in each direction. Here we go. Nice. Holding the ball, nice deep breath in as we scoop up. Then we'll flip the palm up, press straight up and straight down. Lower the top hand. Palms face each other. Other side, scoops up. And start flipping the palm up to the ceiling. Breathe out as we press straight up and down. Lower the top hand and hold the ball. Again, breathe in, scooping up. Press straight up and down. Lower down, holding the ball. Again, breathe in, out. Lowering down to hold the ball. Last one. Good. Let's hold the ball here. Both hands up to shoulder height. Lower them down just below the belly. Deep breath. In and out. Good. So that was number 3 of our 8 pieces brocade. Here comes number 4, which is such a good one, as we know, to open up those tight muscles in the chest. And if you keep your head up really straight, you need some good turns, working on some tight muscles in your neck and shoulders. What the hands are doing is this. We've got the palms down towards the floor, elbows a little bent, fingertips in towards each other. And then we're slowly going to rotate those fingertips out, squeezing the shoulder blades back and pushing the chest forward. That helps to activate those muscles between your shoulder blades and to open up some of those tighter muscles in the chest. Breathe in as you rotate everything back. That's what the arms are doing. The head is going to follow the fingertips on one side, turning slowly as we breathe out, back to the middle, and then the other way. And we're going to take our time with it. So feet together, bend those knees a bit, palms down, head up high. Deep breath. Take a deep breath in here. And let's turn to the left little by little, breathing out little by little, turning the tips out. Open up that chest. Breathe in, coming back to the middle. Let's get the other side. We'll look to the right now, little by little. Open the chest, pause for a moment. Come back, breathing in. Again, breathing out, turning to the left. Breathe in, coming back. If one side feels a little bit tighter than the other, hold it there for a few seconds. Really get a nice gentle stretch into the neck and shoulders. And that stretch into the neck and shoulders really comes from not just the turning of the chin, but from really squeezing those shoulder blades back. About one more on each side of it. Nice deep breath as we reach out, lower down, breathing out. Next up is a favorite of many of our gang here, number 5. And with this one, I want your feet really wide. This is a great one for shifting your weight from one side to the other. We're going to bend one knee, left knee, for example, here. Hands on the thighs, down some amount towards the right leg. The hips are doing the driving here as we turn in towards the left and rise up, rolling that left shoulder back to really push the chest out. So we got one knee that's bent, the other knee that's straight. We're looking off over that bent knee, pushing the chest out. We'll get the other side, sitting back on the right leg, dipping down, turning in, and rising up to then roll the right shoulder back. Again, dip down, turn in, rise up, push the chest out. Again. Again. Take your time with it. If it hurts your back, just don't dip down as low. If it just feels stiff, keep working through it, taking your time. I lost count, but let's do one more on each side. Reach out here, breathing in, and lower down, breathing out. Good. That was number 5. Number 6, we know is a great one for working on coordination. So we're going to end up doing a lot of tapping. It's also a great one for working out some stiffness and tightness in the low back. Get your feet about hips width here. We'll bring our hands to the belt line as if we're holding an imaginary belt buckle. We'll reach around the belt line to the low back. And we're going to start making some fists back here with the hands, with the, let's call this the donut part of the fist, tapping into your low back. Gently, we're going to alternate sides. Some of the tighter spots you might be feeling. We're going to work our way down the side of the hips, side of your thighs, sides of the low legs. At the bottom, open the palms, and we can clap the inner part of the low leg, clap onto the tops of the thighs, all the way back up. Hold our belt buckle here. Go to the low back again. Tapping away. Working your way down. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Clapping your way back up. Clapping, clapping, clapping. Again to the low back. Tapping away. Clap all the way back up. Do a few more, huh? If it feels like, gosh, there's one spot that just feels kind of tender or tight, you might take a little extra time to tap on it or clap on it. That might help release some of that stiffness or tightness, or maybe just encourages some blood flow. Maybe it just feels good. I don't know. A little self-massage maybe. Clapping away all the way back up. Again. Take your time. If the hardest part is coordinating the alternating motions, then really make that the focus of your effort. And see if over time it doesn't improve. Two more. We'll do one more after this. Last one. Let's reach out, breathing in, lower down, breathing out. That was number 6. Number 7, we're going to do some punching. We're going to do some ping. What I want you to do here is get your feet nice and wide. Bend the knees. Make some tight fists, not just at the hips, but slightly behind, so you're squeezing those shoulder blades back and pushing your chest out. We're going to pivot on the heel one foot. And how can we do that? Well, we can shift the weight away from that leg and bring the toes up on this leg. So we can turn in on the heel. As we turn in on the heel, we're slowly going to punch to the corner. So hopefully we've got alignment of the fist, the shoulder, the hip, and the foot. Hopefully they're all pointing the same direction. Then we're going to pivot back as we breathe in and pull that fist back. Other side, toes up, turn in, punching out and breathing out. Pull back, breathing in. Breathe out and punch out. Come back, breathing in. Punch across the body to the corner. Head up, back up. Pull back, breathing in. Here's another one. I think I lost count, but why not do one more on each side? And then we can step in as we reach out. We can lower down, breathing out. Okay. Number 8, the last one of these exercises. Number 8, we're going to scoop up just to the base of the chest, inhaling all the way up. Turn the palms down. We'll lower them down as we breathe out all the way down. So that part's pretty simple from what we've been doing. Softening the arm movements, timing them with the breath. The harder part is we're going to rise up onto the toes and lower down onto the heels. You might need to hang on to something, or if you're doing it in a chair, that's fine too, but let's try to coordinate the rise of the palms and the rise of the heels and our breath in. It'll be awesome. Here we go. Scoop up, breathing in. Palms down. We'll lower the palms and the heels together as we breathe out. That's one. Again. If you need to take a step because you've risen too high, that's okay. Because that means you're just challenging your balance and your strength. And you might think, man, my heels are barely getting off the floor. And that's okay too, because you're still activating those plantar flexor muscles, that gastroc and soleus. And over time, that'll get better. Two more here. Last one. Good. Let's reach out, breathing in, and lower down, breathing. So that was the 8 pieces brocade. We did a little bit more qigong just before that, and we're running out of time. So let's take a moment here to gather in some more fresh air, fresh energy, balance out the body, and we'll close things out here. A few deep breaths. Reach out, lower down. 1, 2, big reach. Last one. Okay. Happy Mobility Monday to all. Thank you for your hard work. Let's give each other and we practice in a nice bow as a sign of respect. Give yourselves a big round of applause for good work.
Thank you, Mike.
That was good.
That was